And hi there. I'm pretty sure that you guys can see me. I'm gonna make sure and double check. So give me 1 second. I'm not ignoring you. I just want to make sure that everything is okay. I have Lydia right now checking on me. Okay, so I'm just gonna double check. Let me see if you guys can see me. I'm gonna pull up the chat to make sure. Oh, there you go. See, I can see you guys. Okay, perfect. So I see Altenew. So welcome. Finally. Okay. Okay, you see me fine. I'm gonna flip the camera just to make sure that you guys are okay and you guys see like everything properly, especially because I don't want the video to be what am I gonna say, like mirror image. So just take a look at it, make sure that it's okay. You guys can see it properly, and then we're fine. And then make sure that you guys can see me properly, and then I'll go back to the front camera, and then we'll get started with this. Okay, because things have updated here, and then I'm just like working around it. So I see that you guys can see it properly, so perfect. So it looks okay. So we're doing fine. So I think Jelly, is that your name? She is gonna be Altenew for the day, or I don't know if it's Jelly or Helly. So my apologies if I screwed up your name. I'm so sorry. You see it backwards. You see. Okay, so I'm gonna put it again, and then just let me know. Like it is one button for me, so I know that it's given trouble before. So there we go. You guys can see it properly, and then like I said, I'm gonna go back to it. Okay, so I think I'm doing fine. But if at any point you can see it backwards, then we can fix it. It's just one button. But hello everyone. I am glad you guys are here. We're getting ready for Christmas. If you celebrate the season, so we're doing fine. So what I'm going to do right now, what we're gonna work on today is a layout with a holiday flair. But before we get there, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Natalie D'Souza. I'm part of the design team and I'm going to be your host for the next little bit. So, let us know where you're watching from. I am coming from Toronto, Canada. It's nice and cool here. Like I said, it's snowy. It's like cold, but we're getting ready. And today, actually, after we finish this, I'm gonna go and celebrate my daughter's birthday. So let me know what you guys are doing. Like I said, it is a busy season for us. Christmas is busy because my daughter's birthday is today, and my son's birthday is on the 27th, and we have Christmas sandwich in between. So it's a busy week for us. So, I am glad you guys are here. I am going to flip the camera because we're gonna attempt to do so. I'm gonna show you how to create something because I need a cover for my memory keeping layout, and I think it's gonna give you an idea for a card, which is always a plus. If you're a card maker, if you're a memory keeping person, it's gonna give you an idea on how to create something fun for your layouts for your album. So I'm gonna flip the camera. Like I said, takes one button. So just bear with me. Okay, there we go. So here we go. I have what we're gonna be using today. I'm just gonna close this. There we go. I'm gonna get a little bit closer so you guys can see it. Okay. There we go. We're using the Mistletoe Wreath set ensemble for this. So I have the stamp, the stencil, and I also have even the oh my god, the embossing folder. I was gonna say the something else. My ATEX kit. So I'll put a little bit of work ahead because remember, guys, we only have like certain amount of time to work this. So I have gone ahead and actually stamped, heat embossed two of them using antique gold embossing powder. Okay, so I've used this to actually create this. And like I see Jolly saying that make sure you you share this at the end of there'll be a raffle, no a raffle, there'll be a draw for a gift certificate to the shop. So make sure you share it and let us know, that you're enjoying this. And you guys can hear me fine and you guys can, see me well. So I have my microphone, I have everything set up today. So I said I embossed two of them with antique gold embossing powder. So I have it here. Because I don't want to pull out my the heat gun live. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't like the sound of it. And I remember I also have a table that likes to eat stuff. I just want to also work ahead of time. So I have two of them ready to go. Okay. And what I've done with the third one, like I said, I did a work ahead of time, is I pre-cut one of them using the Mistletoe Wreath die set. So I cut it out of white cardstock and I actually put it through my embossing folder. And the best way that I found it that I can do that is like literally, I'm gonna show you. I set it in place. I put a little bit of masking tape. I put this is a super low tack post-it note tape. So I know that it's ready to go. So we're actually going to go ahead and color this. Like I said, today it's all about giving you an idea for your layout. So I'm going to color one, two. So I'm going to use two of them here. The other one's going to stay white. Okay. Actually, I'm a colored leaf. So let's do all three of them at once. So we're going to have fun ink blending. Here we go. So I do have the stencil handy. I want to add the, I was going to say the beads, the little mistletoe berries with the stencil. But I always have a hard time finding where this go. For some reason, I actually created a layout and it took me forever to match this. And I should have done that ahead of time because, again, it's not that I'm not prepared. Like I said, it's just, I always gives me a hard time. And for some reason, I'm gonna see exactly, okay, here we go. There's the little notches on the back and that helped me right now. So there we go. See? Set it there in place. The one at the front, this one here is the one that I have embossed. Okay. And with the color that I want to keep them like I'm using the Blush Berry Bliss set. I love the colors. It's like pink and a little bit of like this reddish tone. So it's like, I'm not like, I'm not gonna say that I'm not, but I'm not a fan of like super red colors. So I kind of like something in between. So I think that this like pink, because my trick happens to be like a lot of like rose gold in it. So it actually works with what I have on the background. So I'm gonna use for this I'm gonna go with Dusty Pink. Okay. And I have my little brush here. I'm gonna just take it and I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna use just the mini ones, even though I have my micro blending tools on the side. I'm just going to go quickly here because we're going to color, like I said, two of them. So I find that this, having a mini in blending tool, it just gives you like a bigger area and the coverage is going to be faster. If I had more time, I'll be going with my micro ink blending tool going one by one, but I just want like a faint application. I want a lot of this to be like really soft. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do with this. So if you choose to do this, you can do this for a card too. We're gonna do it for my 6x8 album. I'm still working on my 2022 album. Yeah, don't judge. Okay, December's are really busy for us. Like I said, birthdays, Christmas, a lot of celebrations. So okay, I have one. I'm gonna go into this one here. See, there's a little one that is like half, and that's the one that is serving me as like my guide for the rest of them. Here we go. See? Just a matter of finding the right, I was gonna say cherry, berry, and then I can set up the rest. And then you have the, I'm gonna move it down so you see. Okay. So I'm actually gonna go lighter here. I'm gonna go with strawberry. I have my brush for my strawberry here. And I'm just gonna use these stones. I want something lighter here. So like I said, we're like really busy. So what I do in December is I take the pictures, I save them into my phone, I save them into the cloud, I add a note of, what the picture was about with the story. And then I don't stress over like, working on the album that, how a lot of like, there's a lot of chronological documenting. If you're a December documentary or a December daily, I do it the year after or 2 years after. I don't put pressure on me. There's enough pressure already, like with all the like in the celebration. So you're gonna see this one. I think I'm gonna add a little bit here. I'm gonna keep it soft on this one. So I'm just gonna use berry here. So like I said, I'm not going to, but I think I am. I'm changing my mind. So I don't document like I am not documenting 2024. I am working on finishing 2022. And it usually takes two albums for me, two 6x8 albums. I'm gonna show you. I'm working on number two. So I've been like, plucking all the pages inside all the stories, but I don't have a cover for it, like a title page. So I'm gonna create something using this because I first of all I know that this the wreath that I'm using is a product from 2022, but it's one of my favorites. It's a perfect size. It is a complete ensemble. That means that it has like stamp. You have a stencil. You have a die, and you even have an embossing folder. I'm gonna keep the same color, so I'm just going to again match the other one. Let's see which way. Which way? Here we go. There's one that has. Well, this one was the first one, but I skipped one because it was easier for me to find the other one. So don't judge me on that. Here we go. Nope. See, like this is the only part that I don't like about skipping. There we go. And you're gonna see me like play with this. There we go. See, like it's not that I'm like, it's not as a joke, it's just when I did it like for my video this week, I used the same one, and that's what I again I keep like some things that I know that I'm gonna use on a regular basis. I keep them handy because if like it just makes it easier for me to just have products that I like that I'm going to use on my album. And I found that this one's this wreath is one that it was in my stash for things to use. So I'm gonna leave it white. Let's take the executive decision there. Okay. This is all it's gonna take. Well, I need to do the leaves. Okay, so we're gonna go into a different color. So we're gonna go back into this one. And this one is gonna be easier to set up. So I just need to find this one here. See, there's like a little half. I thought that's the one. You see, this is the part, like I said, when I was doing it live, I should have started with the first one, but of course, I'm backwards. So there we go. It's like a little puzzle. Okay, but I have it. So I'm gonna go with blush rose for this. And having the ultra sticky mat here, it helps a lot because it just keeps everything in place. I don't have to keep holding it, even though I find that maybe you guys too, like it's just like you're used to holding it with your fingers, but you don't need to. Okay. So I'm just going to add the color. And like I said, having like the mini ink blending tool is just gonna make the ink blending for today's project go faster. This is a wider area. But if I like, if I wanted to be very detailed, I'll go into the micro, and I have them here. I brought them out actually. And you're gonna see that they're well loved. But today we're just going to, and here we go. We're gonna keep this one ready. See? Move this because we're going to do this one. Pray that we find it. Let me see. I'm just, when you're a visual person, sometimes you just look at it and go, okay, I got it. That is not happening right now. I was hoping that, the first one was going to inspire me and do that the same one here too, but it's not. So I'm just looking at it. There we go. Again, I don't know, something about the eye, just cut the little line there and it's ready. So here we go. And when you hit emboss something, it's just so easy to just add the ink. This piece is just color it perfectly. So here we go. Okay, here we go. So you see, I have like two different, the same. There are no other sizes of sticky mat, but you can use the ones that come for your stamp wheel. Those are sticky mats too. And then I think the big one for the stamp wheel too that I have here is 8.5, almost 9 by 9, and 8.5, 8 3/4. And the other one is for the smaller stamp wheel for the original, so it's a little bit smaller. But I'm using this is the 9 by 12. So there's three different sizes. If that answers your question. There's three different sizes. The one that comes in the original stamp wheel, the 9 by 12, and the one that comes in the stamp wheel too, which is 8.5, almost 8 3/4. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. See, I knew that. So I'm gonna go really light here. I don't want to add that much color. It's super light. So I'm using the same brush, whatever leftover ink that I have here, and going not adding that much pressure, just lightly. Okay, perfect. We're gonna set our pink inks. We are not gonna need them anymore, so we're gonna set them away, and we're gonna bring the greens. And I'm gonna use Jade Dreams for my leaves. Let me just get my brush for that. My two brushes. I'm gonna go with for this one here. I'm gonna use Misty Sage. Let me put this stuff away. Okay, so number two is gonna first of all make you create your the base of the wreath. So let's do that in order. Like I said, this is gonna take us. This is the main part of the project today, and then the rest is just setting this up. So I'm just looking at it, going exactly to make sure that we have it. See, like I said, like I don't know, you guys have a hard time too, or is it just me today that is like having the hardest time finding the spots of this? Let's see, let's see. It's like I'm playing like Where's Waldo today with this. For some reason, it's just like honestly, guys, it's like it's not that like let me see. Okay, here we go. See, there's little berries at the back that helps me with this, and I just totally forgot about that. So here we go. We're gonna put there we go. Perfect placement. Remember that I'm using this is the embossed one, so it's gonna be a little bit up in the air. So I have to make sure that when I put it down, I match it to like that texture that it created with the embossing folder, that relief. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just playing with it until I find it the right position. So there we go. I cannot get the camera any closer. So my apologies that you want to see it close. So I am going to go with a little bit of mangrove root for this. I want something dark. So let me get a brush to hand. There we go. This one here. So here we go. I'm just gonna color. This is gonna color kind of like the what you call it, the stem or the branch that holds the leaves together. And I just want a dark. I don't want to use brown. I just want a darker green. So here we go. Color. There we go. So we're gonna find the other one here. I do want to color all the branches in all of them. Let me see where I have the little half the berry right there. There we go. See, in the golden embossing folder, you can see it better than in the embossing one and the embossed one. There we go. Just press on the sides here and it's going to stick to the bottom. Okay. I'm just trying to read the comments. Oh, you sent in a card? Good for you. If you created cards, we didn't have time. I do take the pictures, print the cards, because busy girl here today. Okay, let's go on the other one here. I'm trying to find that half the berry is the one that's giving me the perfect placement for this. There we go. So there we go. Perfect. There we go. Super simple. Circular motion. I am adding a little bit of extra pressure so the color goes deeper into it and darker. Here we go. We have it. We're gonna go with the leaves. And this is like super quick. Having the mat and having like, your stencils and your brushes, it makes it like color these all super fast. So I am going to go with the colors, like I said, these are from the Stage Dream collection or set. And I am going to use them to color my berries. So what are you guys getting ready for? Are you guys cooking for Christmas? Or if you celebrate it, or what are your plans for the holidays? If you just, if you don't celebrate them, it's gonna take some time off. Good for you. Rest, sleep, do whatever, makes you happy. For some of I think a lot of us just wanna take some time off. So there we go. I'm gonna go with pistachio for this. Lightest color. And because this is the embossed one, I have to go like a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of extra pressure just to get to all the little crevices of the leaves. See that. And okay, it's not like super detailed because I think the embossing in the wreath helps with actually make it pop a little bit more. You're cooking a little bit rib roast. Oh, nice. You see, we have around 20 people coming tomorrow here. We celebrate on the 24th, which is Christmas Eve. We call it Nochebuena in Espanol. So we are used to celebrating on the 24th. And because it's my kid's birthday, so we usually tend to do it that day. So then the rest of our family has the 25th to celebrate with their in-laws or the other family too. So we have a lot. Oh, see, so we have hosted Christmas for the past 24 years. And I think before we used to cook because it was very little family, but as we got older, families grow, So we have around 20 people today. So today, before we went live, I prepped, and then with my son, because we were the only ones at home, we've been moving couches, set in our living room. That's the best way to put it, so that there's space for tomorrow. Because we have to fit 3 tables and 19 chairs, plus a table for food. And my husband, God bless his soul, a couple years ago decided that because family kept growing and growing, and we decided that it was better to have a cater. So that's the gift that we gave ourselves. We cater the dinner. Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be Mediterranean. So it's swakis, and that's nothing to do with being my husband's Portuguese. But it's something that everybody likes. We have a very multicultural family. I'm from South America. My husband's Portuguese. My brother-in-law's Italian. My sister-in-law's from Iran. So very multicultural. So we always something that everybody likes. Okay. So Greek seems to be this year's, and then people bring desserts and stuff, and we play bingo and we have fun. And then people are free to celebrate with the other side of their families on the 25th or in their houses. And then we get together on the 26th again. And then on the 27th for my son's birthday, it's just us. We need to take a break. See, so it goes quickly. Like I said, I just have to find a little berry that is cut in half here and just making it go all so fast. So this one, I'm going to just color. So let me know what you guys are doing. Yeah, no celebration for you this year? Nothing? Not even like a little tree, or you're gonna go eat something yummy? Like cookies and stuff like that? No, nothing like that? You should have something. Go and buy some cookies and eat some yummy food. Even if you're not celebrating, go have some yummy cookies. I'm afraid to get the one. Oh, the stamp wheel. You know what? I was afraid of that too. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like using because I read a comment that says I'm afraid, like to get the stamp wheel dirty. I don't use my pads from the stamp wheels. I am glad that I got the 9 by 12. So if I'm gonna give you some advice, get the 9 by 12. It's bigger. It holds your ink in place. It's nice. Buck ice. Ooh, yummy. I have to my kids have requested that all they want for Christmas. Well, my daughter requested that what she wants is for me to make her birthday cake. So tomorrow, that's all I'm going to make. Well, and warm up some food and stuff like that, but nothing, not like major cooking. So I'm just moving the stencil to fit into the embossed area. I'm gonna go with Misty Sage, which is the next color in the family. Okay. Like I said, we could go with the micro blending tools and that give you like a better, let's say more detailed coverage. No, no. But I'm gonna go with the mini ink blending brushes. It just makes it go faster. Remember, we're doing all three of them at once. So get a sticky mat. If you can afford it, get it. It's a great, great investment. Like one of the best things. And get the large one. Get the 9 by 12. I honestly wish they had like a 12 by 12 because selfish person in me, I do 6 by 8 and I do 12 by 12. So it'd be nice to have something that big. But a 9 by 12 will help. Okay? So it is a good thing to have. I'm just looking at the one that I'm see there's a little one that has like half a berry, and that's the one that I'm using as my what would the name be? The one that's helping me set all of this in place. That half berry is my salvation for matching this. So having the little notches in the stencil makes it so easy to just find the right place for this. It's just the first one that for me is usually the one that gives me the hard time because there's no notches to follow, just little dots, especially in these wreaths. There's all these little dots from the berries. So that tiny little bit, like I said, it's like where's Waldo? After that, it's all fine. Oh, well, that's true though. If you're gonna organize, your room and there's no interruptions, oh God, that's nice. Today, like I said, we had to clean, so we moved some stuff for my son, and we cleaned in the morning. A lot of cleaning, like putting stuff away. And then, once the party's finished, then it's all about bringing it back, to in real life living. There's like the party setting living, and then there's real life because you don't once you say for the party in this case, or the company, it's nice and clean, but then you have to clean and then go back to real life, so it's twice the cleaning, one to party and then one to go back to life. So it's okay, I don't mind it. I mean, it's just once a year, but then I can say that because we do Thanksgiving, but it's only for half the family, and then we do Easter, and I draw the line at there. That's enough. I wish, like if it was, I think we probably would do more too if we had. But lives are busy, we a lot of us work. Both my kids work. They're adults now, you know. We all work, so it's a little bit difficult. So you see how fast it goes? I'm coloring, and then I'm go with the last one is gonna be with most mossy meadow, and I'm gonna get the last stencil here, and this should be easy because it's just a little bit too much. So I'm just making sure that I find, like I said, there's a little half berry, which is the one that I'm using as kind of my point for all this. You see? So go quickly. I'm adding quite a bit of pressure with my hand so the color goes a little bit darker in these leaves. And I'm trying to go from the center of the leaf towards the outer tip of the leaf. So it kind of creates a little bit of extra interest and dimension to it. And I'm adding extra pressure to this one because this is the one that I embossed. So you just, there's a little bit of the spacing between the stencil and the paper. So you might need to add a little bit of extra pressure compared to the other one. So just be mindful of that. There you go. Almost there. See the time? We're doing great on time. Okay, so here we go. See? Beautiful. So we're gonna do the other two. Gonna take us no time to get this done, and then we're gonna go into setting this up. Let's match this. See? There we go. Why is this? Okay, because I want it. There we go, matched. Okay. See, this one goes faster because, like I said, there's not like, the embossed area makes it a little bit more difficult because you gotta press, but this one makes it super easy. And then you're right, coloring like any image with the stencils is like the best thing ever. I'm working on some of the samples for the January and the because I'm late for the January stuff and the February stuff. And there's some beautiful things. And there's a stamp that did not have that does not have a stencil. So, but I wanted color. So I spent almost 2 hours using pencils to make them gray and nice, to make them pop. So you see how fast that goes? So I was like, I'm gonna suggest that there's a stencil created. Like, it just makes it so much easier. If you're if you like coloring your flowers, which there's nothing wrong with it, it's very therapeutic. I love watercolor, you know, but when you are creating, like I said, when you're creating a lot of samples, and I have like a lot of samples to create, and I had like, the birthday party to get ready for, and the birthdays and all the stuff. Time is very limited. So having a stencil and creating like, the looks and like customizing it and going super fast compared to what the time you would take to watercolor. Of course, it's more detail. I'm not pooping that stuff. It's more detailed and all that stuff. But this is just so much faster. So there we go. See, I have my 3 ones here ready. Yeah, I'm gonna lift it up a little bit. I just said, hopefully it doesn't go blurry. See, this one here is the one that is embossed. So you guys see it. This was a heat embossed. Okay. One is super light. Okay. So let me just move the inks to the side because then, out of sight. Yeah. And we're gonna start working on this. So I'm gonna peel them carefully. This light one. And then I have to. Now the other thing that you have to consider is like, because what I'm going to create is I want to have my wreaths kind of like this. Okay. So it is not going to be a perfect, unfortunately, like that I'm being it's not going to be perfect, they don't match, but it's going to be close enough. So we're going to play with where it's you see the least amount of white when we place it on a layer, because I am going to add a piece of transparency in between. Okay. So let's get working on that. I am choosing, you can use acetate. I happen to have this acetate handy. It's Duralar, and I tend to use a lot of acetate and vellum when I do my Christmas documenting. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a piece, and you know what? I'm just gonna swing by to get my paper trimmer because I left it on the side. So, and I'm gonna make it around 6 inches. Let's make it 7 inches. That's the width of my layer. So let's make it 7 inches. I'm gonna keep this for now just because it makes it easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, it just makes it easier for me to put the just trace paper that comes behind it, kind of a protection, but it just makes it better for you guys to see what I'm doing. So I'm just lining up to the 7 inches here, and this is 9 in width, so I need to go 7, and then I'm gonna trim it to 8.5 because that's the height of my album. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so I have my transparency. One is gonna be here, and the other one is going to be on the back. We are going to get rid of this. But see, it looks beautiful like that, but I think I need to give it a frame. So we're going to create the frame using cardstock. We're going to use some of the Altenew cardstock too. So for my front, I want to go with just plain white. So I have this actually, I think 100 pound heavy cardstock because I want something sturdy. So we're going to cut it to 7 inches. Again, 7 by, I already have 8.5. Okay. And then I am going to, remember, you have to keep in mind that when I put it here, I need to create a binding for to go in my album. So don't count the half here. So I have 6.5 pretty much. I am going to take, I'm going to say maybe none of this. I'm going to use my paper trimmer for this. You can use your comfy cut knife. You can use the, ruler and scissors. You want to draw with a pencil. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do because it may be easier for you to see it before I cut. So like I said, remember my album has a binding, so I'm going to leave 1/2 inch from the left. So this is 7 inches. I'm going to leave 1/2 inch from the left. So because I'm going to move it here, I'll make it easier like this. So remember, this is 7 inches. Let me put it straight so you guys see. Okay, there's 7 inches. Now I'm going to mark the 1/2 inch here. I'm going to say 3/4 just to be safe. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. So that becomes so now I'm going to move it so I find the 0. So I have like a centering ruler, so that helps. Okay, so I'm going to move it down and I'm going to leave around 1/2 inch from each side. So I'm going to go here, maybe 3/4. 3/4 of an inch here and counting from here, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so from the bottom, it's going to be 3/4 of an inch. I just want to create a frame. So I'm just marking the dot. So from the top will be 3/4 of an inch. And I'm not going to draw it, but so you see the dots, okay? 3/4 of an inch. So just so you take a look. I'm going to create a little L here so you guys see. Okay? Now, I'm going to measure from here. So it's around 1.5 inches or so. Yeah, so 1.5 inches from here. And around 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 3/4. So you see what I'm going for? Okay? So 1.5 again from here, from the top. And around like 3/4. And you see my phone, somebody's trying to get hold. So you take a look. I am going to trim that. I'm gonna take that out so I'm left with a frame. Okay, so like I said, you can use your comfy cut and a metal ruler, but I am going to use my cutter just because it's gonna make it faster for me. So here we go. Here, put it into the 3/4. To the 3/4. Flip it. 3/4 to the 1.5. Okay, flip. So 1.5. Remember, this is 7, so be 5.5 or so. I'm good with numbers. Okay, 3/4 from here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. And then the last cut is going to be again 3/4. 1.5 from the top. So there we go. So we created our frame. Okay, this is going to go like this. Okay, like I said, don't mind the back of it. So now what we have to do in the other side is create it out of the paper that goes on the back. Same idea. So I am using Mistletoe for this. I wanted something with a little bit of color. Okay, I can go with white, but no, I want to go with something with a little bit of color, just because I think it's. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So in case you didn't realize it, I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so 7 inches. Remember, this is 8.5 already. Away. So just to make, I'm gonna do the exact same cuts here. So I'm gonna go like that. Okay. So this is just going to be, remember, 3/4 from the right, 3/4 from the top. Okay. 3/4 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. I think I got it too much. It's okay. Okay. Flip it. 3/4 from the top to 1.5 from the bottom. So 3/4, perfect. This is the best way to do it. So 1.5. Okay, flip it. So 5.5 or so, because that's 1.5. So I'm just repeating what I did before. So 1, 2, 3, 3/4. And I'm just creating the frame that's going to be on the back of. Okay, and the last one, 3/4, 1.5 from the top. So I'm just rotating my paper. 3/4 from the. There we go. So we have our frame. Let's careful. There we go. Okay, we don't need this anymore. This is going to sit like this. Okay, and now we need our, I almost got the wrong piece. And now we have our transparency. I'm going to take the back because you don't need it now. Okay, and that is going to sit. You're going to sandwich the transparency. That's the best way to put it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you create your frame. I'm going to glue it. It is hard to see. I know it's hard to see, but I'm going to put it here. So is that better? Okay, I know it's hard to see the transparency. That's why, I'm going to keep the trace paper as much as I can. Okay. My apologies. I know that, that's why I like using Duralar, because it's I'm not like promoting the company. It's just it comes with a trace paper, so it's easier to put it. This fits because I cut them all the 3 pieces to the same size, so it should fit flush against this. And if there's extra, okay, I'll cut it after. See, I put it crooked. Don't worry, I'll trim it after. Okay, and then we're gonna go again. And so you can do the same thing for your cards. Same idea. This is my, okay, so here's where we have to be careful, because I want to make sure that it's flush against the what is it, Misty Moore cardstock. Okay, so I'm trying my best not to move the trace paper that it was back in the transparency, so you guys can see it. Okay, so I have it. Okay, I know, see through. You can see there's some extra, and that's okay. Like I said, it's I didn't glue the transparency that straight, but that's okay. I'll just trim it after or right now. I can use scissors, but just because I have this handy, just for some reason I don't like cutting transparency with my rotary cutter. I like scissors or a guillotine. It just gives me a straighter, clean edge. So we're gonna use this. Don't worry, I'm gonna put it back on top of there you go. Okay. So here, like I said, remember the one that we embossed? That's gonna sit right there. See how nice that is? Okay. So you want to make sure that it's right like that, right on the center. Okay, so I'm not going to, but then we need something to hang it. You can just have it like, hanging in the sky. So what I've done outside of the camera, I used the rustic rose stamp set, and I heat embossed the little bow. And I used, again, antique, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm literally going to run a piece of twine, or in this case, some, I just happen to have some, shiny metallic string here. And I'm just cutting a piece. Okay. So again, this is from the Rustic Rose stamp set. And literally, I'm just going to put it on my wreath. Okay. So nothing like, what's the word I was gonna say? Nothing like, Oh my God, the one. See, I just put it through, like, looped it through there. I'm just going to use, trying to use the center here to help me with this. Okay. I want it right on the center. Okay. Okay. Right there. I'm going to get a piece of, a little bit of, glue. Okay. Keep it in place there. My little bow. I'm going to put it right on top, right there. Okay. Let's move the strings. Don't worry. We're going to cut them after. Okay. So for now, we're just going to let them there until they dry completely. I want to make sure that it's stopped. There we go. Okay. I want to open a tiny little bit so it looks like I have 2 strings. And it looks silver, but it's like a white pearl. So keep it there. Okay. I am going to add a little dot of glue here just to keep it in place for now. Okay. So we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna let it dry for a little bit. And until it dries, I'm gonna just get the template to do the perforations for my album. Okay. So I just step out of the camera for 1 second. So I'm not putting like a lot of glue. I have like templates for my different albums. So, okay. Just a dot of glue for now. Okay, you're gonna see I'm gonna take it. Okay, stick it in place. This is gonna be a little bit like you're gonna see me put a little bit of power into this because remember I'm kind of going to 3. It's a good idea to get like a clip and hold it in place. Okay. And here we go. Okay, that took some manpower. Okay, I'm gonna go on the other one too. See. There we go. Not bad. Okay. See, even though I told you I'm gonna try not to move it, let's move this out of the way. I'm just gonna kind right there. So I'm gonna add a little bit of tape now. Okay, here we go. Just a tiny little bit of tape. Okay. Now we are going to worry about the back of this right now. Okay. Let's go to the back. See, not stressing over that. So remember, like I said, this is the part where like it is not going to be perfect. Okay, so please, because remember, like it's not asymmetrical, like but it will do. Okay, that's the best one. So we're going to just play with the position so we don't see that much of the white, even though it doesn't bug me because it looks like extra, stuff. So I'm just gonna play a little bit. Like I just don't want to see a lot of the white. You are gonna see it. Trust me, I was playing with the idea a few times, going, but it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't like bug me. I'm not gonna add the string because I already have the one going at the back there. I am going to add tape though. I'm gonna make sure that I put the tape where it's hidden, okay? Where you're not gonna see it. So that's the key here. Make sure you hide your tape. And after this finish, I'm gonna go and add more tape just to make sure that it doesn't. Now that I know where it stands, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add my tape on this side. Okay. Like I said, a good idea for a card, for your album. I'm doing it for my album, but you can do it for your card. Okay. I'm gonna cut the excess here. Okay. I'll just tuck it at the end. There. Move them a little bit more. There we go. Okay, for some reason. Okay, there we go. I just trim it. It's gonna drive me insane if I see it. Okay, so there we go. Remember how I had 2 little bows? The other one's gonna go on this side. Okay, to hide the other side. Remember, I have the string already. I don't need to add the other one. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go add some tape. Okay. And make sure we flip it. See, you see, like it doesn't, but you see how cute it is? Okay. You can add in blend into the background too. I'm going to use, when you look at the mistletoe wreath, it actually comes, when you look at the die, I'm going to show you, it comes with this little banner. Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of that banner. and it's gonna sit right there. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the sides here. Okay. We're doing perfect on time. We're about to finish, so we're doing fine. Okay. And you can go, I'm gonna go a little, I think I wanna go on a little bit. You can go straight, but I think I wanna give it a tiny bit of an angle. Just a little bit of an angle. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go flip it. I'm trying to make sure that here. Okay. See, and that's what I brought the gold because it's gonna bring the gold of your wreath. My God, I couldn't find the name. Another one, just try to match it. It's not gonna be perfect, remember, but we're gonna try our best. And that's why you're gonna put it in a bit of an angle because that's gonna help you with hiding the lines. Because if you put it straight, because of the curvature, if you give it a little bit of an angle, it kind of hides it a little bit more. Okay, so that's why when I was playing this morning with the idea, because it's one thing to like, you're gonna go live and you save the idea and you know what you want to do. But another thing to just like, get it ready. But I'm gonna show you. See, one, okay, same read, okay. So the front, let me just find the lid for my little bottle of glue. Okay, like I said, this is my album number 2. Okay, I'll show you what my album number 1 cover looks like. I always do like a title page. Okay, see, this is my title page for the first one. It's a wreath, and that's what I'm keeping a wreath for this one too. Okay. So I'm gonna put 2022, and I'm not going to go like fancy or anything. I'm gonna go with puppy stickers just because, and I'm hoping that I have 2022. Okay, because I might not have enough tools, which I'm starting to see. Do you see any tools? Oh, thank God. Okay, so 20. I went like through my stash trying to find ones that had gold, and I had like the exact same size that would fit into this little banner. Okay, here we go. So that's the one side, okay? And now we're gonna flip it to the other side, and I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you how to do the second part because otherwise we're gonna be here until tomorrow. But I'm gonna give you the idea. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna flip it. It's gonna go in my album like this. So my idea for the other side, because I am going to set it up so you guys see it. I worked ahead, guys. Like I said, I did create ahead of time. That's what I created the third wreath. So we have it going on. So we're gonna put it in place here. Okay. There we go. It's a little bit smaller. I'm okay with that. Okay. I've cut my pictures. I am using, let's put it to the side here. And I have my third banner here, just in case. I am using the nesting frames die set. Okay. And I cut this is one of my goddaughters. Okay. I cut the picture same day. She did 2 things on the same day. She does artistic gymnastics, and she also was in the pageant at school. So I've cut the picture. When I cut my picture, I actually put a piece of vellum on top of the picture so none of the scratches from your plates will go on it. And I'm just gonna glue them. And I wanted to give them a bit of a frame. That's why I cut like the next size up. And they're going to sit right here, just like this. Okay. The other one, remember, like I said, I'm going to keep something that is not as busy. Okay, so this is going to sit right here, maybe a little bit higher. We are going to hang it. We're just going to add like, a piece of the tape, a piece of the string. We're not going to do much. Okay, so we're going to finish. Like, I am not going to glue this side of the page but it's not going to be complicated. I want to move it a little bit higher. Lines of journal are going to sit right here. we are going to, I'm keeping the same idea of the wreaths going, because remember, you're going to be able to see through the paper. So you got to keep that in mind. Once you have a transparency, you have to be mindful what goes behind it. So if, for example, in a card, it might be a little bit easier because you have your sentiment, or you can have like something stamped. But in this case, because I have pictures, and that's why I'm keeping, first of all, my layout white, one, and that's what I'm keeping, like, very simple. So I'm gonna put it here, kind of like as if it's hanging there. Okay, I have my little, I'll move it to the bottom a little bit higher. I am not going to add like a bow here. There's no need for it. All I'm gonna do is just kind of put it here. This is, I think this is day 17 or day 16. Okay, so it's gonna sit here. Lines of journal are going to add down here. Let me just, let's glue it in place. Okay, let's do that part because it makes it easier for me to keep it in place. Okay, so I just put some tape. And I'm going to show you what it looks like, once I open it. Okay, so okay, my two pictures, I want them right there. Same idea that I keep going, because remember, it's going to read from page to page. Okay, so you can add some tape. I can add my title here, or I'm actually add my title here. Okay, we're going to glue the pictures. I haven't done the perforations yet. That's why I'm trying to. Okay, this is going to sit right here. Remember, mindful of the perforation. This is going to sit a little bit more there. I don't want it to be super busy, like I said. Okay, so we're just going to lines of journal. I'm going to type them and put them down here. We're going to add a sentiment here. Actually, you know what? I have another stamp set. I'm going to bring it. It actually matches. The problem is I have them already stamped, and I was thinking I was going to use them. So maybe before I even, this is the part as far as preparing one to. Because I think I like this. It goes with the idea. So let's just carefully pull it out. Okay. See, I like that better. Okay. So this is the one go words and banners, and I usually stamp a lot of them and have them ready for a rainy day. And I know a lot of you guys do the same thing. Oh, who won somebody? Who won? Oh, I missed it. But congratulations. Thank you for sharing the feed. Thank you for being here today too. We're almost finished. Okay, so there we go. That's all it's gonna take. I have the other one, and I do want to take advantage of this. I think I want to put it like right here, coming into the page. No, because I like this one here. I think I want to put it right here, like I said, coming into the page. Got to be mindful of the perforation. Actually, let's not put that there. Let's put the date though. Like I said, this is day 16. I am pretty sure of that. So we're going to put, and again, that's why probably we need this. No, I'm going to put it here. 1 on 6, day 16. Okay, I'm going to clean this up. Like I said, line to journal. I don't want to add anything else because when you do this, see, you want to make sure that it's not super busy. Okay, but there we go, guys. Remember, I can add probably the sentiment here. I can add another sentiment here. Something that has let's do it. Let's do it. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's exactly what it is for us. So we're gonna add the sentiment, and then we're gonna say our goodbye. Okay? Something just went flying because I was a little bit on the happy mode. But I'm gonna be smart. Okay, so now that's gonna sit there. Okay. There we go. So there we go, guys. Okay. One. I don't mind that it's like, like that. You can see it through, but I like my cover. See, you may read like a little bit different like that, but once you open it, you have two layouts. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. We did perfect on time. You see, we did it in an hour, of course. I had prep a little bit, but I am glad you guys enjoyed this. I hope it gives you an idea for like a card or any other project if you're going to do this. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to flip the camera to say our goodbyes. So give me just 1 second. Yeah. And then we are good to go. There we go. Oh, you guys can see me. There you go. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you, Jolly, for helping, and being like, Altenew for the day. I am so glad, like, you guys join me. Have a great holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas, have a blessed Christmas. And I think I'll see you back actually in the new year in I think it's January 6th. So I'll be back again and we'll continue working on this because I want to finish my 2022 or we'll go something very flowery for the new album. So I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Have a great, go rest. Go enjoy your families. Go do all the things that you want to do. Take care, guys. Bye.